Market opens in 5 minutes. It's Tuesday, and I don't think we have news today. I'll double check though. We have this imbalance on the 15 minute. Well, it's a 1 hour imbalance right here. And below this are also equal highs. So this is going to be a strong area to want to come to. A couple areas of liquidity on the 15 minute. We have this low, and this high. If we go to the 4 hour, I still think we're going to be bullish today because I think we want to come sweep these highs up here. So I'll be looking. Doesn't mean I won't take shorts, but I'll be looking for longs. Same thing on NQ with these highs up here, but we also took out these highs, so we may not want to go anywhere with NQ. But still in both, I'm looking for longs. Then if we go down to the 1 minute, market opens and we come down and fill this imbalance, or at least sweep this low. I want to see it. If I want to go long, I want to see this low get swept at least, to then target these highs up here, and ideally the previous high. But what might happen is market might open, it might come up, take these. If it takes both and only both, I would look to take a short targeting sell side, which may just be this one, but possibly this one. What else do we have? We have a 1 minute imbalance as well here. So, I mean, there's kind of a lot for market to come down. We'll see what happens. All right, so market opened, swept out these highs, swept out pre-market highs, and we created a inverse fair value gap right here, and then it was retested. Now price dropped and swept out these lows. If we get a good reaction down here, I'm gonna look for longs on, preferably on ES, because we never swept these highs up here. So if we get a good reaction down here, that's what I look for. So this is good. Price just filled in this hourly imbalance. I probably won't take a trade, but if we get a really good setup with a 5 minute retrace, since this is from yesterday, I'd look to go along targeting either these highs again or our high time frame high. Probably. So on ES, we're still a little bit behind. We just took out this low. Haven't filled the hourly imbalance, but on NQ, we're down in the hourly imbalance. So we could get something good off of this. It's a breakaway. One thing I've definitely noticed is that I'm usually missing the first move, like 3 days this and last week. I took a trade on like the second big move of the market opening, and both times, every time it was a good entry. It just got stopped out. But then I look back, and then the first move was always a good trade. So I gotta keep in mind, like, at least what it seems to me is that the first move usually is more probable. I just missed this. We had a that this was the trade I just missed. But that's okay. I'll go over that later today on a trade recap. So we just got We swept this hourly imbalance. We just got a inverse fair value gap, so this is good. I look for some sort of retracement on this. I'm gonna wait though. I'm gonna wait for a good retracement. It's gonna be really hard for me to miss this if it starts going through the roof, but I can't let my emotions take over what I decide to do. It would make sense for us to want to go higher because we have another bearish fair value gap right here that might just be a breakaway gap, but it's so we just got a retracement. Got a retracement right here. We come down one more time. I think I'll enter long. Because my bias was bullish for the day, so it makes sense we'd come down and sweep out this liquidity before going higher. So this second move could take us higher. So it looks like we're gonna try to come down one more time. One more retrace and I'll enter. I don't care if I miss this because I called it out. So that's a win in my book, but I just want to see one more retrace. I'm being honest, it doesn't look like we're gonna get a retrace. We may just go all the way up to these highs right here. But I mean, I won't be upset if I miss this. Okay, we just got a decent retrace, not all the way down to the fair value gap. I want to see this go a little lower, maybe even touch the fair value gap. Or I'd want to see this candle close low. Okay, it just did. Still want to see it touch this fair value gap before I enter. Was a pretty good retrace. I think I'm gonna go long. Stops will be below this. Target right here. Alright, this is what we're in. I really don't care at all if I lose this trade. That's exactly what we're in right here. Liquidity swept. Inverse fair value gap created. 5-minute retrace. It's pretty textbook what you want to see, so I'll have even more confidence if we invalidate this bearish fair value gap, creating another inverse fair value gap. If we invalidate that, I'd have a lot of confidence we go and take these highs. And I really don't care if we get stopped out at all, because this is a good entry. Close. This candle closes where it is. I'd be really confident about this. Might move my TP to the top of this imbalance instead. The top of this old BPR. Getting a little retrace right now. This is a pretty big area of liquidity, right, where we just made equal highs. So I really hope we don't get stuck here. I hope we don't just, consolidate here. I'm actually gonna come back to this in a minute and see what happens. All right, so I'm really happy about this trade. So if you remember, I moved my TP from right at this level to the top of this BPR because I thought we were gonna get a lot of consolidation here. But we actually almost took these highs, but really happy about this. I was I went on like a three-day losing streak the days before this. And yeah, I was really just waiting for something to fall exactly in towards my strategy, which is exactly this. Was really happy when this hourly imbalance got filled. If we go to the hourly imbalance filled perfectly. Then yeah, the inverse fair value gap. It could have been better. Ideally, this bearish fair value gap wouldn't have been here, but it did not really affect us at all. And it would have been bad if I just entered. Probably would have got stopped out without this retrace. So I waited for this 5-minute retrace since we were going all the way off this old sell side liquidity. 5-minute retrace, entered right on that. And yeah, just held it to these highs. Perfect trade. Really happy about that. And I'll do a smaller trade recap later. That's all that. So it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. Do a quick trade recap. Obviously, this is what we took right here. I had my take profit right here. I wanted here, which I could have waited for, but if I would have had my TP at these highs, eventually they would have got taken, but that would have meant we would have had to retrace all the way back here to fill in this imbalance before going higher and sweeping that. So I don't know if I would have been like comfortable taking that at all. I would have seen price coming back down here into the red zone, and I would have, who knows, maybe I would have closed position before we took these highs up here. So I'm happy with what I took right there. It's about a 1 to 4 risk to reward. The trade that I didn't take that a lot of other people took. So I saw this one in the saw this one this morning. A lot of people took this one. It was we had an inverse fair value gap created right here, and then we had a 5-minute retrace into that. A lot of people entered there, and you would have held that all the way down to these equal lows. At first I was worried that I missed the trade of the day, and in my head I almost panicked and like just took a short once this big red candle was forming. I almost took a short, but I'm glad I didn't, because I got to take a different trade today. Inverse fair value gap created off liquidity sweep for a 1 hour imbalance right here. And then quick retrace of the inverse fair value gap. It was a 5-minute retrace. We look at the 5-minute time frame. And then, yeah, enter off that. Targeted these highs right here. But then I eventually moved my TP to right above the inverse fair value gap. So that was a good trade. Yeah, so tomorrow's Wednesday. There's high impact news tomorrow at like 2 o'clock Eastern. So the price action tomorrow might be kind of bad up until then. So might not take a trade tomorrow, but if there's something that looks really good, probably take it. So yeah.